Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is the 2007 Hyundai Getz, which comes courtesy of V to me, who has actually modified this car on his own. He runs a tuning shop known as Hatchback. Anyways, straight away let's open the engine bay of this vehicle, and you see there, automatic. It slots into place. Actually that's broken, but yeah, you can see that. Anyways, there's no insulation here, although it might need it because the engine is loud, because obviously it gets a BMC air filter, CDA, something of that sort. There's a carbon fiber air intake here, which is kind of nice as well, and then red colored head. So the engine obviously is better performing because of red color. Red stands for sportiness, as you all know. Anyways, let's just shut this, which means that I'll have to figure that out. How do we do that? Yeah, okay, we managed. No, we did not, which means that I will have to use both my hands, and here we go. So that's shut. It gets a custom grille, which looks nice. The headlights have been upgraded by being blackened out on the inside, and I think the bulb has also been upgraded. The fog light is, I think, LED. This is the towing hook of this vehicle, and obviously it looks quite nice and sporty because it has been lowered quite a bit. Meanwhile, the tire size happens to be a 185/65/14 golden colored platy alloy wheels on this car, and yellow colored brake calipers. In fact, the brakes are from the Hyundai accent. Yeah, so the brakes have been upgraded completely. It says Hyundai. In fact, I thought that was Honda at first glance, so that's something I kind of missed. See the stance from the side, it actually looks quite nice, and this car has this sticker which says KDM culture. Yeah, Korean domestic market, of course. You get rain visors with Getz badging here. Some sort of toothpaste is splashed here on the roof as such. There's the antenna, which obviously does not work. That's the reason the radio does not work on this car. Now, the stance of this car is actually quite impressive, and there are a lot of stickers here and there. You can see all that and more. The lights are obviously plain and basic, but one thing I really liked is that you can put the key to open the boot, but you can't open the boot from inside, which is not the thing I don't like. I mean, whatever. But you can actually open the boot from here, and this does not stay. Okay, there is the audio system, and we've got two holes, so you can get your own speakers and slot them into position. There's the subwoofer, there is the amplifier, and my goodness, this just falls down with a rapid speed as well. Okay, that is the exhaust. It is loud. Yeah, it's loud. There's the camera, sort of a Formula 1 type, I think, for the brake light or something of that sort. Don't know if that really works or not. You've got this sort of black treatment. Good, it's not finished or painted, because that kind of reduces the visual bulk. Anyways, it has this aero bits here, which actually improves the aerodynamic performance of this car. So if you take this car over 200 kilometers per hour, it will remain glued to the ground because of these aero fins on the side. The only disappointing thing is it doesn't reach that speed. Anyways, let's get to the rear. Rear seat space is really disappointing, and people did not have any things to carry or what in the older times, because there are no door pockets in the rear door. Sort of carbon fiber finishing here. Red finishing also looks nice, and then obviously a lot of hard plastics. No adjustable headrest at the rear. This was a premium hatchback which did not have adjustable headrest at the rear. That's kind of surprising, although it had this sort of a hook with which you could have put your luggage or something of that sort. Legroom is not that great. Under-thigh support is really very poor, but headroom is adequate here, so I'll give a big thumbs up to Hyundai for that. There's a handle to hold on to. That is the light placement on the top, and the dashboard design looks nice, but the audio system is making some noise weirdly, so we'll just get out from here. Now, the outside rear view mirrors have this sort of a treatment. Actually, that's a convex mirror, something of that sort, so that you can see clearly what's behind. Okay, this audio system is making some noise, so we're just going to reduce the volume at the moment. Radio is not working, unfortunately. Okay, Sparco pedals. A dead pedal is there. There's some storage space here on the bottom, which is quite nice, and we have small door pockets. Carbon fiber finishing there. Tweeter, of course. It says it's always about the journey. Meanwhile, this is the horn button. You know why? Because the steering wheel is upgraded. This one does not work, but this is an OMP steering wheel with a flat bottom. I really love the Alcantara finish. The red stitching, of course. Let's shut the door. The door is actually shut with the softness. There's a mic placement here. Now you can see the dashboard design actually looks quite nice. I like it. I'm just going to shut this. Okay, when I press this, it goes inside, because the car is almost 15 years old now. Lot of hard plastics almost everywhere, and this infotainment system is fine. The only thing is, like, radio does not work at the moment. I was telling you, touch screen, of course. Air conditioning works okay. Now there is a 12 volt charging socket, but you won't believe there's a dummy one here as well, and there are twin cup holders. This one does not come out, and the gear lever now is shorter. That's the handbrake. This armrest actually came with the car. There's another cubby hole there. Seats feel okay, fine, and then glove box is filled with so many million things that I can't even go inside. Anyways, that's what she said. The instrument cluster is very basic. You get a speedometer, a tachometer, a fuel meter, and if anything is open, it shows you there, that sign. Also, close the bonnet. Why is it showing it's open? Meanwhile, okay, it has got twin trip meters as well, and there is this button here you use to browse through. This is, I think, for the fog light of the vehicle. And let's do one thing, let's use the wipers. Yeah, wipers work decently well, do a good job of cleaning the windscreen, and no auto dimming mirror. There is a mirror here, and there is nothing here to talk about. So yeah, car looks nice because of this sporty steering wheel, but everything else remains more or less the same. The mods are more performance oriented, so let's start driving right away. Alright, we're all set to go, which means turning on the car. Listen to this, okay? Oh my god, it completely rose to life, and we're going to get into reverse straight away so that you can see the reverse camera. Oh my god, it's got a reverse camera, which is kind of nice. It has, adaptive guidelines and all that stuff. No, it has got guidelines on adaptive. Steering is super heavy at lower speeds. We get into first gear and off we go. Now you see the clutch bite point is really very late, which means that I have to modulate it properly, and straight away before getting full throttle I have to greet that tree which is standing right in the center of the road. Hey tree, what are you doing in the center? Well, it's weight distribution for the road by being in the center. Jokes aside, the steering wheel is kind of different. It's very small in Chintu, and then it's hard at lower speeds. But thankfully, okay, sorry Trey, I was coming to you. It actually does become light as you speed up, but doesn't really offer any feel or feedback as such. Yeah, that's the issue with older Hyundai cars. No feel, no feedback. When I compare this to the i20 N-Line which I'm driving, oh my god, Hyundai has come a long freaking way. They've completely changed the game right now. The way their cars are, especially the i20 N-Line, is absolutely phenomenal. The older Hyundai cars were like a boat, and this is not like a boat, thankfully, because some changes have been made. First and foremost, it uses X-Spec dampers. Basically, X-Spec is the name of the company which Veer operates for tuning and modifying cars, and the dampers are obviously shorter and more stiff, resulting in better handling, of course. It uses the springs from the Accent Viva, the one with red colored one with a rear wiper. Iska ad bahut sexy tha, theek hai, that notch back. Anyways, we have to be a little slow over speed breakers because of all these changes, of course, and the result is it's slower by 25 mm. In fact, it's got some performance mods as well, like it has a lighter flywheel, and then it has obviously I showed you the air filter, it has a catback exhaust. This is the car which redlines at around 6,400 RPM. The more you rev it, it doesn't reward you. It just does not move, unfortunately. So no matter how much you pull it, the car does not move. It's very slow a car as such, but it kind of feels fast because of all these performance modifications, of course. Still quite a bit of body roll here in this vehicle. The good news is that it feels much better to drive and more glued to the road compared to the original model. Now there is another Getz. I don't know how I spot the same freaking car. That's the pre-facelift. This is the facelift. The Getz was launched in 2004 and discontinued around 2009 when the i20 came and replaced it. It came with 3 engine options. One was the 1.1 liter engine, which was the mainstay, which was actually the engine from the Sandro, which was upgraded with more pep, but did not get the job done because, okay, horn. It is a heavy car comparatively to other hatchbacks, or at least for a 1.1 liter engine with lackluster performance. This is a 1.3 liter engine with 83 horsepower and 118 Newton meters of torque. In fact, it goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 15 seconds, which is okay. It's not very fast as such. But the breathtaking performance came from the diesel engine, a 1.5 liter unit with 110 horsepower and I think 260 Newton meters of torque or something of that sort. Let's corner aggressively. Okay, it does corner quite nicely actually. Grip levels are also fantastic. Only thing is that feel is not there. So here we are going to get into a lower gear. Gearing is really very tall. Into second, can I push it? Of course I can. And here we go. Oh my god, it does remain glued to the road. Second gear, pulling. And you know what? That's thrilling. Just slightly under 100 kilometers per hour in second gear. So third gear will take you to almost 140 kilometers per hour, maybe 130 kilometers per hour. So gearing is crazy tall in this car. Brakes are a little soggy, although the brakes have been upgraded, but yeah, they are still soggy, not very show-footed as such. But you know what, I might be saying a little bad things here, but the cost of this car makes it an absolute joy on your wallet. Obviously fuel efficiency is very bad, 5 to 6 kilometers per liter, but the owner actually paid 35,000 rupees to acquire this car. 35,000 to acquire this car, and I think he must have spent around 1.5 lakhs on the modifications, making it quite the steal for a project car and a pocket rocket of sorts. The Getz did not become very popular because of multiple reasons, but the i20 kind of made that change. Premium hatchback without the premium space at the rear. Drive experience is actually decent and nice as well. Let's just take a turn from here. I've given my indicator as well into second gear. Doesn't really pick up as such because it doesn't have that low end grunt which you would be expecting. And now it's time for the thing you guys have been waiting for me to launch it really aggressively. So here we're going to come to a halt. Alright, into first gear, revving the motor, revs all the way, and off we go. Bouncing off the rev limiter. You know what? The gear lever has been shortened. Otherwise, the Getz had a truck-like gear lever, kind of on the taller side. It uses iridium plugs as well, and the brakes have been upgraded, like I already told you, but doesn't really matter. What matters is that this car feels fast, is not fast as such, and that doesn't even wheel spin because the engine does not have grunt. The tires are obviously slightly wider, which helps the cost, but because the engine doesn't have grunt, it doesn't really go mad spinning its wheels all over the place either. Yeah, it's just loud and nice. It's the catback exhaust. The catcon has not been removed. The headers have not been changed, so more performance can definitely be extracted if all that has been done. So yeah, in terms of driving experience, the Getz wasn't that great, and the ride was very soft, which was good at low speeds, but then became very bouncy and unstable at high speeds. Here things are better because Euro spec, Accent Viva Euro spec se aaye hue hain iske springs, so that obviously improves the handling of this vehicle. But really, honestly, Hyundai used to make cars which were very unstable at high speed because of the soft suspension, but now things have dramatically improved. The brakes, yeah, they are okay, not that great, which is in spite of the ceramic brake pads. Anyways, off we go. There's a big bump, and we're just going to try and tackle it like that. Directional changes take some time, but still, I would say the overall handling of this car is definitely improved from before, because I remember the days when this car was on sale. I did not have a license because I was in school, of course, but still, I used to really admire the 1.6 liter engine because the diesel engine, the 1.5, oh my god, yeah, the bumps can get to you because being an older car, obviously, rather at high speeds, it doesn't feel that compliant in spite of the springs and all which have been changed. It feels stiffer lower down, which means you have to be a little careful over such bumps on the road. I'm just going to slow down. Oh my god, that's a lot of bumpy. Yeah, that character is not gone of soft suspension and sogginess from the suspension either. That's a kind of an issue, and I remember this boat tag came from the Getz largely, and of course the older Verna as well. These were the cars which just did not have the dynamic ability which you would expect, and now we have hit a nice jam of a lot of cows, so we're just going to take it easy here. Now some of these cows have lane keep assist, so they are going to move to the left, and yeah, see, rear cross traffic alert. He saw me, he moved automatically. He didn't even have to look behind. That is the level of technology in today's cars, which is absolutely amazing. And I know I'm blabbering shit right now because I don't have much to talk about the car, to be honest, at the moment. Should we honk and disturb this cow? Because the tractor behind is honking for sure. Now, the engine is actually quite refined, which is surprising. The reason most people bought the 1.1 was obviously fuel efficiency. The 1.3 drinks a lot more. The diesel was fantastic in terms of efficiency. But you know what is the major problem? This car won't move. That is the major problem, and we're just going to go honky, and off we go. In fact, I think the exhaust is enough to make people move away. Now, the problem with the Getz is if you're planning to get one, don't, because parts availability is an absolute bitch. Not easy to get parts, and then you get used parts which are not reliable, of course, and then you have to wait for some time to get the parts, and also that's something you want to stay away from. There are a lot of other options, but you know, you get the sense and you get the, how do I put it, the idea behind this whole car is to make a car on a budget which, although might not be fast, is much better than stock, and of course sounds quite nice, is fun, as long as it's not about how fast you go, it's how you go fast. And then we meet the tree again, which is right bang in the center of the road as well. So guys, this is my vlog of the, okay, what are we doing? We should be launching it again. Now I'm ending the vlog like this. That's kind of unfair. So here we are into first gear, okay, and yeah, hazard lights on, left foot on the clutch, revving the motor, and off we go. little bit of wheel spin on offer, and the funny thing is that I'm moving the right way, the rickshaw is coming the wrong way, but I am turning on the hazard. That's kind of crazy. If you like this vlog, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.